All right, Algebra 1, we've got Chapter 5, Section 3, Elimination. And so this is actually the elimination one, even though I titled the last one Elimination, it was Substitution. And so let's take a look at a beginning question, something like 3x minus y equals 6. And then our second part of our system is going to be 3x plus y equals 0. Now, you'll notice that our x's are lined up, our y's are lined up, and our numbers that stand alone are lined up. It doesn't matter the order. Like you could have your y's in the first column, you could have your x's in the second column, and your numbers over there. You could have your x's on the right-hand side and your y's and numbers on the left-hand side. It doesn't matter as long as they are lined up, kind of like places. If we were going to do number places and we were going to subtract, then we could do something like, I'm not getting any board over here. Come on, there we go. I could do something like that, and then if I subtracted, I would have to make sure that everything lined up. Okay, hundreds, tens, ones, x's, y's, and numbers. Okay, so elimination means we're going to eliminate something. We're going to get rid of the x's or y's. And look in this case. In this case, if I just treated this as a problem, these are both positive 3x's. And so positive 3x plus 3x would give me 6x. That doesn't eliminate anything. But if I go over to the y's, negative y plus y, again, you might want to put your ones in there. Negative 1y plus 1y. Those are going to cancel. So watch what happens. If those cancel, then I just do 3x plus 3x, which is 6x. The y's cancel, and 6 plus 0 gives me 6. I solve, and x equals 1. And so we've already found our x value. Now we're going to use substitution to sub that back in to one of our equations. Now I like the second one because it was all positive. Excuse me. So I'm going to take my second equation, 3x plus y equals 0. Everywhere I see an x, I'm going to replace it with 1. So that gives me 3 plus y equals 0. Subtract 3 from both sides. And that gives me a final answer of y equals negative 3. And so my coordinate, or my solution, is 1, negative 3. So again, I'm looking to eliminate either the x's or the y's. Now, that one's lined up. Real simple. Let's get one that takes just a little bit more step. And so something like 3x plus 2y equals 4. Nope, I don't like that one. Let me look for one. How about x plus 4y equals 22? And then 4x plus y equals 13. Now I wonder, yeah, I can move those out just a little bit. We have some room. Okay, so in this case, nothing really cancels really easy like that first one where they just added or subtracted. However, remember that this is 1x, this is 1y. Let's think fraction. Let's think greatest common or least common denominator. And so let's decide if we're going to get rid of x's or y's. Well, in this case, I'm going to just choose x's because they're at the beginning. And so if I want to do a common denominator between 1 and 4, or a common factor, I'm going to multiply the top one by 4. The reason I do that is that's going to give me 4x plus 16y equals 88. Now, if I put that 4x there, remember these would both be positive, so 4x plus 8x, or 4x plus 4x gives me 8x. So since the signs are the same, I'm going to actually multiply by negative 4, and watch what happens. So I'm going to bring this one down to this row. So negative 4 times 1x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times positive 4y is negative 16y. And then negative 4 times 22 is negative 88. This is a pretty intense problem, a little bit, quite a few more steps than the first one. So now, in this case, my 4x's do cancel because I have 4x minus 4x. I just do what the signs tell me to do. 1y minus 16y is negative 15y. And then 13 minus 88, that's going to be a negative 75. Divide both sides by negative 15. And in this case, y is going to be positive 5. So in my answer, I don't know what my x value is yet, but my y value is going to be positive 5. So now I sub it back in. Again, I can take any equation. I'm going to go to the original equations, and I'm going to choose x plus 4y equals 22. And everywhere I see y, I'm going to replace it with 5. That gives me x plus 20 equals 22. Subtract 20 from both sides, and x equals 2. So my coordinate of my answer is 2, 5. So that is Chapter 5, Section 3, System Elimination.